You know, I don't really give a ooh. Hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? I'm not here for a long time. I'm here for a real short time, y'all. I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding how we're coming off a Summerslam, right? I'm not understanding. Was it the best? No. Was it the worst? No. It was much better than WrestleMania, in my opinion, both nights. But y'all literally killed all of that with what y'all did. It's like the same way that y'all killed, like, WrestleMania was already shit, but the way that y'all completely killed it, like destroyed the whole weekend with the way that y'all ended night two, it's kind of sort of what y'all did last night. Cody, John Cena, they have a match. An amazing match, mind you. A match that was so much motherfucking better than WrestleMania's match, right? Now we're all sitting after Cody waits. Okay, most of us, at least I was assuming that maybe The Rock was gonna come out because he didn't come out at WrestleMania. No. No, 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 no. Who do we see walking down the aisle? Brock Lesnar. Now, at first, my first initial reaction was like, oh my gosh, like everybody else, oh my gosh, Brock Lesnar, he's here. And then as he started to walk down, I said, Brock Lesnar got a weird case. Why is he around? Why is he around? And I'm like, oh, did he get cleared from that situation? Because I read the entire Janelle Grant thing, so I know what happened. And then I went and I did my research because it said there was an article of February of 2025 that came out this year, where Janelle Grant, which is the person that is currently suing Vince McMahon, tumbled that whole little thing down, right? And she amended her complaint in February of this year, where before it was like, oh, there's this UFC fighter, pretty much long story short, that was trying to get re-signed to the WWE, and that Vince was allegedly was going to use Janelle as like payment or whatever to this wrestler, right? And at the time it was speculated to be Brock Lesnar just because of the timing of everything and the former UFC fighter. And then, like I said, in February, she amended it to actually say that it was him, right? So again, not understanding what's going on here. And this is my whole thing, right? I told y'all I be watching JD from NY206, right? I really because again, I've only been into wrestling for like the past year, right? A year and some change at this point. So I've been trying to find people that I could watch that, seems like knowledgeable on what they're talking about. But JD from NY206 pissed me off yesterday when I watched his SummerSlam review. Because he comes on, and my biggest problem with what he said was like, all of you woke people, all of you woke. First of all, anytime a white person in 2025 uses woke, I automatically just cut them off in my head, because the word woke has been taken, stripped down, and at this point it's just used by, number one, like MAGA, and mostly like people who just don't agree when somebody wants to look deeper, like deeper than the surface, like literally. So I got annoyed by that, but I was mostly annoyed because he was like, all you woke people that want to question about why Brock is on here. Why is that woke to have a legitimate question when you then go on later in your stream to say that 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, the reason why we have not seen Brock is because of his name being associated with this case. Okay, so if that's why he hasn't been on TV for 2 years, then it would lead the question to the public as to what the fuck happened. And the most annoying part about it is, they said that the WWE, like right before, made it so that, or put out an announcement or whatever, that they weren't going to be doing like any post shows or press conferences. And that's weird because that's what they normally do. Now that we see Brock come out, that's why. And to me, this is my thing. I don't expect the WWE or Triple H or any of them, honestly, at this point, to have morals. Morals, schmorals. These motherfuckers care about the money. So from the whole Linda McMahon of it all, to you trying to push in our face that you helping Trump with some shit that nobody gave a fuck about, but you want to put it on WWE when nobody cares, to this. Y'all clearly don't have morals. It's not important to y'all. Fine. whatever. I'm not saying that that's like and not important, but I'm just saying whatever. The game is the game, right? My thing is, I'm thinking as somebody that's in marketing, from a marketing slash PR standpoint, who made this decision? Because again, my thing is, if you're gonna, I hate people that are passive aggressive. If you're gonna be a bitch, then be a bitch. Don't have acid. So my thing is, if y'all was gonna stand behind bringing him back, then stand behind bringing him back. Why bring him back and then run and tuck your tail and not do the press conference because you don't want to get asked anything? And then when JD was like, oh, well, why would they want to do a press conference so they can hear your questions? But this is my thing. If you're big enough and bold enough to stand on bringing him back, why aren't you big and bold enough to stand in front of everybody and tell us why? Either stand in front of the audience and say, we're doing it because we don't give a fuck about that lawsuit. Number two, we're bringing him back because he was cleared of whatever wrongdoings was he was made of. But like, sit in front of the audience and make a definitive like statement. Don't try to put this man out here and then run and tuck your tail because you know that we're gonna have questions. To me, that's the most cowardice part about all of this. If you're gonna put him out here, stand 10 toes on it. Don't put him out there then try to run behind it. But no questions, no questions, no questions. We don't want y'all to ask us anything. That's why y'all canceled it, because y'all knew people was gonna ask. And more importantly, what JD said, which is my main thing about this all, is him and a lot of the people said that Brock is not needed. So that makes it even more frustrating. Why? When there's so many other people right now that y'all could give the spotlight to, bitch, you could have, there's a whole lot of other legends and stuff that y'all could have brought back, but y'all decided to bring him back. And it's already been said that John Cena has said that he does not like go around and say, oh, I want this person, I want this person. He just shows up to work. Meaning y'all made that decision. Was it because of Vince? Because we all know, or at least I've learned over the last year and some change, that Brock Lesnar is a very much so Vince guy. So is it Vince trying to keep his hand and stick his hand in one more time before he's done, or before John is done? But the point of the matter is that it's bullshit at the end of the day. And again, like I said, who was your marketing PR person that thought that this was a good idea? Because now, instead of everybody focusing on the fact that John Cena and Cody just had a great match, the freaking TLC match was amazing. Rhea, Io, Naomi, amazing. Now, I did not care for the Tiffany Stratton of it all. I did not care for the that Jacob Fatu match. Was the weakest Jacob Fatu match I've ever seen in my daggone life. But instead of people walking away with saying, because this is how it would have went. SummerSlam would have went off and y'all wouldn't have did that bullshit. It would have been like, okay, I guess we're a little disappointed that The Rock didn't come out, but okay, fine, whatever, let's keep him off of here. And then it would have been like, okay, SummerSlam was better than WrestleMania, but it still wasn't where it should be, but it was okay. At least Cody and John, they had a really, really good match. That's what we would have went away with and would have been talking about, those matches. Versus, you want to know what's dominating the headlines in social media? Brock. Either why did y'all bring him back, or the other side of it, which is why are y'all so mad that he was brought back? That is the conversation now. And that's not the conversation that you wanted your audience to walk away with. Especially somebody like me, who I would consider myself a casual. Yes, I'm getting a little bit more into it, but I'm still a casual fan because I don't watch NXT and I don't watch SmackDown. I watch Raw and I watch people talk about wrestling somewhat to a degree. That's it. That is trash. And again, just from a simple marketing standpoint, that was so dumb. Why would y'all want people to walk away from there talking about how disappointed they are around Brock versus everything else y'all did? All of that's gonna get skipped over. You wanna know why? Because it's how you leave people. That's normally how people remember you. It's how you leave off. And you literally killed the whole vibe of the night, and you killed the whole vibe of SummerSlam with that. That, my thing is, it's so unnecessary. Like, that's my thing. He's not needed. I didn't hear, out of all of the theories I heard about this SummerSlam, who could possibly be coming, obviously The Rock was the biggest one, but nowhere on anything that I heard or read said Brock Lesnar. Because who cares? Nobody cares. It would have been better if you just brought The Rock back out, have him and John maybe reignite their little drama or whatever, and maybe possibly set something up down the line, like as his last match or something like that. But come on. But you know what? You get what your hand called for. That's what, when you don't have morals and standards and principles, look at how it come around. Look how it come around. That's what the fuck y'all get. That's what y'all get. That's what y'all get. That's all I got, y'all. I'm out.